What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Khord here, doing a little Let's Play video. I have just gotten into Hell mode. As you can see, I am in Act 1, the Old Ruins. It is approximately about 8 AM according to my little handy-dandy clock up there. And I thought I'd just take you through and see how this goes. I'm currently level 51. My skills are Disintegrate with the I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Basically, I make things explode with my Disintegrate ability. I went ahead and took Electrocute with the ability to regenerate my arcane power for every enemy it arcs to and damages. I am currently using my Storm Armor, which also reduces the arcane power cost of all skills. I'm using my Familiar, which will increase the damage of all of my attacks by 10%. I've got a little bit of teleport here, and every time I teleport, it will fracture me into two different mirror images. And I've got my diamond skin here, which every time I activate that, not only do I absorb damage, but every one of my spells becomes cheaper. Essentially, I've built this build around mashing a button, disintegrate, and watching things die, and hoping they don't get close enough to me to do damage. There are probably some better ways to go about Wizard, but as far as I can tell, this seems to be a fairly effective method of soloing. I have done a variety of builds depending on who my teammates are and other things, but let's go see how Hell mode turns out. Gotta go save.
But I never believed it.
Gotta go save some items here or something. I can't remember. All I know is I've got a bunch of big baddies to fight. Oop, that wasn't smart. Got caught in a blast there. If you didn't see it, these little blue orbs that he makes appear there, they're kind of nasty and they freeze you in place and do pretty nasty damage to you. Alright, got that guy down.
I will thank you.
Looks like she wants me to go off to the cathedral now, so now we'll be descending into what should really be tough stuff. Now, you have to remember, this is on single player, you know, no one else is increasing the game difficulty. When people do get in here, these zombies, instead of having 10 and 6,000 health, would probably have, you know, 12 and 20. And, you know, you increase that again, 3 and 4 people. So, I mean, if you're running a group of 4, you're probably going to be looking at zombies with 20 to 30,000 hit points, which is quite a big, hefty number. I personally have upgraded my weapon pretty high. You can tell 3,300 damage right now. Got about 12,000 hit points, and so far this seems to be alright. Oh, never did this before. Oh man, tight quarters. This doesn't bode well for me. Alright, I guess that's all that was. But as you can see, a bunch of little cool things. I'm sure you guys have gotten into normal modes and seen some of this stuff. Oh yeah, these ones up here would have 40,000 it looks like. That's pretty nasty. Not looking forward to getting into a big group on this.
So this
Gonna
is
take just as long to kill the normal mobs as it does a
somewhere
boss.
inside.
As you can see, I'm leaving the white items and the gray items on the ground. In this particular Diablo, Blizzard decided to set the sell rate, the return for picking up the items for selling them is not very good. I believe that in Hell difficulty now, I'm getting about 10 gold per item I sell that's gold or gray. And, you know, when you're getting 144 gold from a drop, there just isn't much point in maxing my inventory out unless it's blues, so I can disenchant them, or salvage them rather, and use them towards my professions.
Must be where the star fell. Its crater is tinged with some strange magic.
Let's go ahead and drop a chandelier on those guys, weaken them up for me. As you can see, when they get a little closer to me, I go ahead and pop that armor of mine, which actually allows me to channel my abilities longer, as well as absorbing pretty much all the damage from them. Don't want that guy hitting me. Anything big like that, I try to keep away from me. Generally speaking, as a wizard, you're gonna die if you let shit get too close to you. And I have soloed a lot of this game, being that most of my friends that are playing as well are lazy and aren't getting up to the level I'm at. As you can see, that one just caught me right there, did like 5,000 damage, pretty nasty. Ooh, a Naga mask. Try to destroy items, you know, that are laying around, loot all the dead bodies. Believe that I've looted up about 600,000 gold in this game, and you can tell from doing professions and things like that, I'm still pretty broke, so doing all that stuff is a good idea, you know, making sure that you can get all that money together and do what you need to do in this game. See what's in this room. Let's go ahead and see what that Naga mask was. Looks like it's for a witch doctor. Well, that's just some silly stats right there. Gotta love when they give you an item for a caster that has strength on it.
Kill me! I don't want to change!
Heal me!
You can see the explosion there from the big guy actually took me almost to dead from full health, so need to watch out for those guys a little better, I think. Check out what's back here.
The Herodrum had a monastery here long ago.
Perhaps if they had stayed, none of this would have happened.
Indeed.
As you can see, the cathedral's kind of just an opener of, hey, you're gonna have to fight enemies, this is how hard they're hitting, be prepared kind of thing. Ah, here's a good little bunch of them.
Your grave awaits!
Oh no! Alright. Let's get these zombies before they wake up and come after me. Now there are some better methods. One that I've also found, I'll go ahead and kind of outline it for you guys, is instead of Disintegrate, I would use Arcane Orb with the increased damage. Obliteration. Cancel out of that. And instead of using my Familiar, I mean, in some of the tougher fights you're going to want more cooldowns, I would actually use Frost Nova. And I mean, I would use Bone Chill, but whatever's available to you that doesn't turn it into a mist. Yeah, this one. I wouldn't recommend Frozen Mist. That one's maybe for farming normals when you're over level or something like that. You definitely want to freeze them if you're gonna go with a more defensive set. Also, I always run Glass Cannon and Astral Presence, But if you're really having trouble with survivability, I mean, you're gonna want to get rid of glass cannon. It's really helpful, but unless you really like to kite stuff around and you expect to be hit for obscene amounts of damage, you may not want to go with that because it does lower armor and resistances by 10%. So, you know, if you guys want to go with a more defensive way of playing, it definitely makes life a little bit easier. You don't kill things quite as quickly, but you definitely don't die as fast either, and you have more escape methods to get away from people, as I only have basically teleport. And if they catch me with my teleport down, since I use Diamond Skin more as an aggressive cooldown, I'm pretty much dead. And I've probably died, I don't know, 25 times in Nightmare alone. If not more than that. Maybe it just felt like 25 and it was really like 90. Who knows? But as you can see, people that are doing Nightmare, the gold doesn't really change that much. Ooh, got a little guy here. Gotta get him. Yeah, they've got some pretty obscene health on these guys, obviously. There we go, got him down. Get all this stuff picked up. Ooh, tomes of blacksmithing. Hadn't gotten any of those yet, so that's helpful. And I'll make sure to go into what you'll need and where to pick up some better stuff for crafting and things like that as I progress through it. I don't want to try to pretend like I know what's going on towards the upper levels until I'm actually there. Go ahead and check my map real quick. Gotta figure out where I got turned around. Gotta love when corpses drop 112 gold. I also, just to show you something, I haven't done very much with my companion at all. I just kind of throw random stuff on him. But what I have done with the Templar as a wizard that's soloing is I basically have him healing me all the time. You know, he's got increased resource regeneration, he's got heals, and he can stun enemies, and that's about all I really wanted him there for. So, he's doing his job nice and well. Other than that, he's pretty useless, but that's alright. We don't really need him to do anything besides that. Ooh, got some blue mobs here, as you can tell, they just hit me pretty hard. Gotta get out of the way. Oh, holy. They now have 3 abilities, it looks like. These ones are Vampire, Desecrator, and something else. Vortex, I suppose. Oh jeez. They might get me. They might get me. Oh, Diamond Skin's up. Let's see if I can drop one of them. There we go. Make that a little bit easier. Probably get tugged a little less. Just come after me. But as you can see, when my health suddenly started going back up there, that was my ally, my Templar, casting his ability on me. Got a little belt there. Check this out. Oh, not that bad, but not better than what I've got. As a wizard, I've actually found that the armor thing just may make a bigger impact in Inferno, but as far as I can tell now, the things are still gonna try to eat me in one shot, so I just try to kill them first. And it almost didn't work there, as you can see. Basically fly by the seat of my pants the whole time I've played this game since I've gotten into Nightmare. Normal wasn't that bad. If you're having any issues with normal, you can leave a comment on any of my videos for Diablo 3, and I'll give you a quick little showdown of how you'll want to set your character up, Wizard specifically at this point, since I have not started leveling other characters yet. Once I get this one to 60 and through Inferno, I will start leveling other toons. Probably first will be a monk. And I can give you guys little tips and hints on how to get through Diablo or whatever you need to do. But again, if you have any questions on any class, I mean, you can definitely feel free to ask, and I can give you some tips based on what I've seen on other players and what I've done as a team. You have to watch out for these low health ones. You think, oh, I can just drill them down, you know, no problem. Actually got some damage on them. If you don't kill them fast enough, they tend to hit pretty hard. These big ones, you just want to stay away from all the time.
Your defenses are nothing.
Just a couple of worms there. Also, if you haven't been noticing this, I've been keeping my armor up 100% of the time. That's pretty important for a wizard running an armor buff. At first it was really hard for me to remember to keep hitting the button I had it assigned to, but now, after going through Nightmare, I pretty much click that thing after every battle. Anyways, looks like I'm going into Leoric's Passage, and that was Cathedral Level 1 of a Let's Play. If you guys have any questions about what to do or anything else, just go ahead and let me know on that comment. Click like if you like it, and I will see you at the next video. Khord out.